Have you ever struggled finding the most efficient way to study? Or have you already, for some reason, thought that you were not doing enough to get where you want? If you're a student, I'm quite sure that your answer is yes. Hi, I'm Julie Glasses, and I'm here to tell you that you're not alone in this boat. Most of the students face this kind of doubts every single time when it comes to self-improvement in their academic performance. And what about me? I'm also a student, and one of those who are interested in ways to solve my lacks of progress. Just like other students, I also get this worry that surrounds our minds and makes us question ourselves. Am I really doing my best? Or is my performance enough to get where I really want? And I know, all of us know that reminding ourselves about absence of self-satisfaction turns out to be something overwhelming at some time. So, ending up by resorting to search for study methods is predictable when we have the internet as an available tool for the most of us. Its videos, tips, and other kinds of self-help materials make us generate hope just by knowing that they are there to lend a hand to us. But do they really work for anyone? Well, I had this question some years ago when I was struggling with my daily study routine. I was always procrastinating and getting tired because I knew that I had things to do. But when I started thinking about study, I used to instantly get bored. The first thing I did was look forward to generic study methods. And because for me, the way I was studying became something I didn't feel like doing anymore. So my idea was changing it. I tried a massive amount of them, just like a Pomodoro technique, listening to music while studying, reviewing past papers, flashcards, and there's not even a half of what I've tried. But someday, I heard about something that made me blow my mind. And this thing, I started to consider the antidote for my lacks of progress. And it is types of intelligence. Yes, you haven't heard wrong. Types of intelligence. According to the creator of the theory of multiple intelligences, Howard Gardner, there are 9 types of intelligence that consist of being the reason why we're all different when it comes to capabilities and abilities. Some people have facilities when it comes to using linguistic skills. Some people struggle when it comes to it, but maybe they have more spatial or logical skills. And the 9 types of intelligence proves us that it doesn't matter if a method has saved your friend on his test. It's concerned that you have distinct and unique brains, and what works for him may not work for you. Each kind of intelligence has its singularities. And here, in my talk, I'm going to present to you some of them. Starting with kinesthetic intelligence. It's known that people who have great mind-body coordination and expertise in physical motion that have this kind of intelligence and tend to present skills when it comes to activities such as dance and athletics. Secondly, spatial intelligence is the kind that leads people to have the ability of viewing the space around in ways that most people can't, presenting a very keen sense of direction and talent for pictures and images. The musical intelligence is the one whose genius, just like Beethoven and Mozart, used to own, and the one that allows its possessors to have a pointed command of rhythm, timbre, and pitch. If you have facilities when it comes to recognize patterns or deal with strategic and logical games, you have logical intelligence. Obviously, the one owned by brilliant minds like Albert Einstein and Pythagoras. The linguistic intelligence composes the brains of those who benefit themselves by manipulating language to make them best understood due to their skills in evolving language and words. The naturalistic intelligence characterizes its possessors as people with ecological expertise and great affinity with the natural world, which also leads to creating connections between people and the environment around them. Existential intelligence is known for being the overthinker's intelligence, because people who have it tend to think excessively and also question themselves constantly about life, or have a deep religious and spiritual connection involving life principles. People with interest. And now I'm finally going to present to you my two favorite kinds of intelligence, the intrapersonal and interpersonal intelligence. People with intrapersonal intelligence present a very good understanding of their own interests and goals, which makes self-analyzing something easier for them than it is for others. And finally, someone with interpersonal intelligence has the facility to get along with people and understand others' motivations and goals, because they're also great in relating to the feelings of others. And well, at the end of my research, I could realize which types of intelligence I own. Those are existential and intrapersonal intelligence. And just by knowing it, I could realize why I've always labeled myself as a real overthinker and an objective person when it comes to my individual goals and principles. And well, I really hope that I could help you know a bit more about yourself by sharing my personal study improvement experience through my talk. And let's find your type of intelligence out.